Hey YouTube, Free California here, and today I'm going to show you my Plano Gun Guard all-weather tactical 42-inch tactical case that I picked up. I got this on sale. It's about 50 bucks, 50 to 60 bucks, somewhere in there. Um, Anyways, it's really cool. It's got the pick and pluck foam, so you can set your things up any way you want them, and go ahead and pull the foam out and make it totally custom so that these things will all rest in here. And I just kind of laid some things out to show you a general idea of something you can do. So we're actually going to customize this case today, and I'll kind of take you along the ride with me as I do this for the first time, and hopefully learn some stuff, and it'll be a fun time for everybody. Just for those of you who are safety Nazis out there, the firearms are empty. They already have been safety checked. Let's go ahead and start figuring this out. This is kind of how I want it to come out when I'm all done. I want to open my case and have it look like this. So basically what we're going to do is kind of invert everything on here and do it backwards. Pick and pluck the foam from the others, or we're going to trace everything out and then pick and pluck, and then we can flip it back over, and everything should hypothetically lay in more or less somewhat as you see it. It's not a final draft, but it's a start. So let me go ahead and flip everything backwards, and we'll start picking and plucking our foam, and then afterwards I'll show you all the other features of the case once we have it laid out the way we want. So stick around for that. Okay, so we'll start here with the rifle. One thing to keep in mind as well is this pick and pluck foam can be bought online. I've seen it on Amazon. So if something gets screwed up horrendously bad, it is possible to replace. So that's always something nice to keep in mind. So let's see here. Okay, so once we get this picked, then we can go back through and fine tune. So we already know this whole chunk's got to come out. And then if you hold on to these at least until you're finished, then if you have a little hole that you don't want to have, you can refill it with these. I've seen some people actually use like a super glue or something like that to repair busted foam where they took out too much or something like that. So it's just an option, something to keep in mind. So you could also, if you didn't want to use the pick and pluck, you could also just do an exact trace of your firearm and then use some sort of a hot knife or a electric turkey carving knife. I guess just an electric carving knife would be what it's called. But so it's kind of cool, you know, you just have a bunch of options. And that fits pretty nicely. And then what you can do is you can also go ahead and lay down a layer of foam along the bottom, and that'll just raise it up just a hair so it's not quite so far down. So we'll give that a shot here. Just to test it out. There we go. So you can see it just kind of keeps it up a little bit higher. Makes it a little bit easier to get out. So that's something kind of cool. Alright, so we'll go ahead and leave this in place. Move our foam out of the way here. Okay. Now the next thing I wanted to try out was the magazines. So for these magazines, I wanted to stack them in so they're oriented, up and down, so I could have the rounds facing towards the bottom of the case. So I'm just going to try and stick these over here. So I'm thinking 4 cubes long, and then a single cube wide, and then just like that. So I think I could go 3 wide, and going 3 wide I can leave a space of 2 chunks of foam in between each one, and then I'm going to leave a space of 2 also going this way, so it'd be 2 this way and 2 this way. It'd be a nice gap, just so that way the foam can stay secure. So right now I think I'll just make enough room for 6 magazines. And then down the road I can add more slots. That way I don't get carried away, and if for some reason I do decide that I want to add something else in this space down here, that real estate's not just taken up by empty holes. So there we go. So there's our 6 magazines there. So we got 5 mags for our pistol here. So in following with the 2. So these are closer to 2 wide than 1, but let's see how they fit into a single slot. Ooh, that looks nice. I like that. So let's just try that. Let's see. 1, 2. Ooh, that actually would be perfect. So instead of planning on putting more magazines for the AR-15 down here, which is actually not room, now that I actually look a little closer, I can have room for pistol mags. And that's actually seeming to work out pretty good so far. So let's see, I got 2 more pistol magazines. So that would end up right there. Or I could go above. 1 here, 1 here. And then pistol here, and then leave me room for another magazine or 2 here. So I think we'll go ahead and do that for now. So let's go ahead and put in our last 2 mags. Okay. So if you have long fingers like I do. They work really good for pushing this down. Let's try just using a flathead screwdriver just for kicks, just to see. Okay, so flathead screwdriver will work too. So, and you guys have stubby fingers out there, then flathead might be the tool for you to get the job done. But since I'm not one of you stubby fingered fellas, I'm going to continue using the fingers because it's a little bit faster for me. So it fits perfect. I could fit 2 of them if I had to, but I think I'll need maybe double foam. Yeah, I'll have to double up on foam in order for the pistol to sit up at a height that I like. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this back over the way I want it and get everything put in here, and then I'll turn the camera back on, show you guys what that looks like, and then I'll just give you a quick little description of the rest of the case. Okay, so here we are with everything placed in the way I want it. These are wide enough, just wide enough that they make the case bulge up a little bit, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a problem. So we got AR-15, Glock 27, 5 Glock mags, 6 AR-15 mags. California legal, 10 rounds, so they're smaller than. So I don't think you're going to get 10 full-size standard AR-15 rounds magazines in here. So anyways, other features of this case is it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plastic locks, and then it has 2 locking holes here which fit perfectly for these combo master locks. So you just pop that in there. So, and there you go. So I mean, you could really secure this thing well with those. And then right here I also have 2 sets of keys, so I can also, well, I'm sorry, it's 1 set of 2 keys, but I can also lock these 2 front deals so they don't come unclipped. So hypothetically I could have 4 locks, 2 real master locks, and then these 2 semi-cheesy, but you know, effective enough. You know, they'd keep somebody who wasn't super duper determined to get in here out. But as far as construction quality, you know, it's pretty firm, it's pretty stout. It's not a Pelican case, you know, but you're also not paying Pelican case prices. So you can see here, you know, if I twist it, has a little bit of flex, but when it's sealed up, it's pretty solid. So I think that about covers it for now. You know, I may put some other stuff in here in the future, but for now this is looking pretty good. So at this point, if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments below, and I'll answer them as best I can. I'd like to ask you guys to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you liked it. Leave any feedback or anything like that down in the comments also. You guys can check me out on Facebook or Google Plus if you want as well. And yeah, I think that about covers it. So at this point, I'd like to say, God bless America, long live the Second Amendment, and thanks for watching.